Okay, so next is multiplying decimals by whole numbers. Now, this is pretty much the same thing, except for we're going to look at it in a different way. Okay, so when you have 4 times 52 hundredths, that means you've got 4 full complete squares, and you're going to shade 52 into each of them. Okay, now I can combine them. So 52 means I'm going to color in 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. That's 50. And then 2. All right, so that's one time. And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to color in 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. And then I'm going to move into the next one. 49, 50, 51, 52. So I have 52 colored 2 different times. So now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I'm going to fill in these 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So I now have 52 shaded 3 different times. But we're doing 4 times 52 hundredths. So now I'm going to shade in 52 one more time. So 1, that's 10, 20, 30, 40. And I have to fill in these little white ones. That's 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Okay, so basically what I've done is I took 4 times 52 hundredths. I shaded in 52 hundredths here. I shaded in 52 hundredths here, but what I did is I broke it down into 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I filled in the rest of these that I didn't use, and then I moved into the second box and finished up 52. I did the same thing with the next group of 52. I did the 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I finished up with the ones that I didn't use here for the yellow, and then finished up over here in this group. So that's 52. And then I 10, 20, 30, 40, finished the 4 up over here, and then finished the rest over here, and this is where it ends, so it's hard to see. Okay, so now what that's telling me is that I have 2 full models, 2 complete models, which means that's a whole number. And then this is my decimal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 and 8 hundredths, because this is 8 out of 100 shaded. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Okay, but I shaded 52 in a different color. I shaded another 52 squares, and then in the original first color I shaded another 52. Then I changed my color again and shaded another 52, so that I can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups. So I shaded 52 4 times, which means I shaded a total of 2 whole squares, so 200, so 2 holes, and 8 out of 100 were left on the last one. Okay, all right. Number 3, I can do this the same way. This is 3 times 7 tenths. So I have 3 full models. Each model has tens in it. So I'm going to start by shading this one 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths. I shaded 7 tenths. That's one model. And now I'm going to do the second one. But I'm going to finish this so I can use up an entire model. That tells me I have one hole. So 1, 2, 3 tenths. Now I'm going to go to the second one. 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. So that's my second one. So 7 tenths times 2 is what I have done so far. And now I'm going to do 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I have is 2 completely full models. And then I have this last one that only has 1 shaded. So that means I have 2 full models, that's my whole number, and 1 tenth. So 3 times 0.7 is 2 and 1 tenth. Okay, the next one, 3 times 50 hundredths. So that means I'm going to shade in 50. So that means 50 hundredths is the same as 5 tens. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one group of 50. And then I'm going to shade in the rest of these because that's going to be 50. So there's 2 groups of 50 shaded. And now I'm going to shade the last group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 groups, or 3 groups of 50. This is 1 whole model. And this is 5 out of 10, or 50 out of 100. So my answer is 1 and 5 tenths. Or you can say 1 and 50 hundredths. Okay? 1 and 5 tenths, or 1 and 50 hundredths. So on the final one, I'm going to do the same thing. There's 2, it says 2 times 2 tenths. Okay? I can put 2 in this one and 2 in this one, and then I'd have to combine. That's kind of silly and needless when I can put them all in the same one and use 2 different colors. So there's 2 tens shaded in yellow. And now I'm going to shade 2 tens in purple. Okay, so 2 different models, 2 tens both time, means I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. So my answer is 4 tenths, or you can even say 40 hundredths. Okay, so all I'm doing is however many models, however many decimals I have, I'm coloring that many squares, and I'm doing whatever my whole number is, that's how many times I'm coloring it. So like up here, I colored 52 squares 4 different times. Here I did 7 columns 3 times. Here I did 50 squares 3 times. And here I did 2 columns 2 times. Okay, that is your multiplying by a whole number using the model. Okay, so you're going to color in the squares however many times it asks for you. That's the whole number. So again, if I was doing the problem 5 times 21 hundredths, I would color in 21 squares 5 different times. Okay, using 2 different colors. 21 squares 5 times. So this is the number of squares you're going to shade. In each group. Okay. The decimal is the number of squares you shade in each group. The whole number is the number of times you shade it. Okay, so 21 hundredths is the number of squares we're going to shade in each group. So I'm going to shade 21 squares in each group. And I'm going to make 5 groups. I'll put number of groups. Okay, so far you haven't had any multiplication of decimals. Really, you're looking at the patterns and you're looking at the pictures. So on this multiplying decimals by whole numbers, you're really just drawing pictures. Okay, you're color shading in pictures. Or you're being able to look at the pictures. So if you looked at a picture that looked like this, you would say, okay, so there's 52 shaded. You'd have to count them. Of course, it would look prettier. There's 52 shaded 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that's 52 hundredths times 4. Or 4 times 52 hundredths. On this one, if you were given this picture, you would go, there's, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. So there's 7 tenths shaded 3 times in 3 different groups. So we would say 7 tenths times 3 or 3 times 7 tenths. Okay, so again, the decimal is the number of squares you shade in each group, and the whole number is the number of times you shade. That's the number of groups that you need. Guys, if you have questions, on Thursday we will have a Google Meet, and I encourage you to come and ask questions so that you can understand this. Y'all did not do so hot on your place value, your decimals, the rounding, the adding, the ordering, because you did not take your time and slow down and show what you were supposed to do. So I opened it back up for you if you made below a 70. So I need you to do it again.